could say about the other two Pokemon movies, for Pokemon Detective Pikachu, I'm sure it'll do pretty fine at the box office. As for the other one, the CGI redo of Pokemon the first movie, it's going to suck. Big time. I think it would have been better if the people who did the Pokemon series should have go back and make another Pokemon movie that needs to be 2D hand-drawn animation. With a little bit of CGI in it. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BlueButton87. This is my review for today. And today's review, or rather for today's list, ladies and dudes, it's that time again for another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And I did this idea for a couple of days ago. What will happen if the people in Japan should have made another 2D hand-drawn animation movie instead of the stupid CGI crap of the redo movie of Pokemon the first movie? If you guys have or haven't seen the trailer of it, it looks frickin' terrible. Big time. I think it's going to bomb. You know, like... yeah, that needs to go downhill. And yes, as for that Detective Pikachu movie, yeah, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, I think it's going to do fine at the box office. It looks kind of promising. After all, it's live action. But I think I'd rather see a Pokemon movie that needs to be featured in 2D hand-drawn animation. And we need to find a way to make it a Pokemon movie that needs to be much better than before. So anyway, for my latest top 5 list is my top 5 most greatest ideas for the scenes of the final Pokemon movie. And we need to find a way to end the TV series of Pokemon for good. So we can end all of the Pokemon characters' arcs. We need to we need to finish up Ash's arc, Misty's arc, Brock's arc, Pikachu's arc, and that no good stupid Team Rocket's arc. And yes, ladies and dudes, it needs to be in the final chapter. It needs to be canon. And plus, I got a brand new idea in my head of how will the final Pokemon movie will work. Yes. There is so many questions that are left unanswered from the TV series of Pokemon. You know, all the things that we're all upset about. Something that made us mad. Big time. And I'll tell you about those parts that are left out in a moment. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 5 most greatest ideas for the scenes of the final Pokemon movie. And yes, ladies and dudes, I do have a couple of honorable mentions. And here are some of the scenes that are kind of left out from the previous TV series of Pokemon. Something that we're all upset about. Okay, for my first honorable mention is meeting the other 2 Pokemon trainers who has the other 2 Pokemon with the synchro evolution forms. I really want to know who are the other Pokemon trainers who has the other 2 Pokemon that can do the synchro evolution form. Well, we already know from that Ninja episode back at X, Y, and Z, there were 3 cool looking Pokemon who can do synchro evolution. we got Greninja, we got Staraptor, and some other Pokemon I forgot to mention. I think it's a legendary Pokemon, maybe? But I forgot which one it was. But it'll be nice if we can meet some other two Pokemon trainers who has the other two Pokemon. We already know that Ash has Greninja, but we need to know who has Staraptor and that other legendary Pokemon that we don't know. Well, you get the picture. The other, meeting a new breed of villains for the very first time. We all need to blame Team Rocket for stealing the spotlights away from so many villains that we don't know of. After all, Team Rocket are truly the main plot holes to the storyline. And I feel bad for so many villains that we don't know of, that we knew in a short period of time. In the Pokemon series. That's another honorable mention. Another honorable mention. Unlocking the GS Ball. We need to find a way to answer all of our questions. Who is that Pokemon who is hiding in that GS Ball? We gotta figure that out right away. And the final honorable mention. What the heck when Team Rocket are going to learn to become good guys in the story? I'm sick and tired of Team Rocket becoming bad guys in the whole entire Pokemon series. They need to learn to be good guys for once. And no more being bad. If you know what I mean. And now, let's head on to my top 5 most greatest ideas for the scenes of the Final Pokemon Movie. And like I said, it needs to be a time skip. It needs to be canon. Ash needs to grow up and see all the other characters grow up. And the Grand Pokemon Master Liam is going to be in it too. So don't you forget that, ladies and dudes. Remember that. Anytime, I guess. Okay, coming at number 5 is meeting Ash's father for the very first time. I would like to know when the heck we're going to see Ash's real father, since they never explained it in the whole entire Pokemon series. After all, rumor has it that the Pokemon Company were about to make up an episode of meeting Ash's father for the very first time, but sadly they scratched it off and never mentioned it again. And there was something in Pokemon Chronicles that there's this dude named Silver, a guy that Richie met. Everybody was thinking to themselves, if that dude is really Ash's father. We don't know for sure. But it would be nice if we can meet Ash's father for the very first time in a Pokemon movie and get to know what the heck he looks like. I hope he's good looking, handsome, charming, and looking like Ash. Well, we don't know for sure. But yep, meeting Ash's dad for the very first time deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 is Liam and Ash's teamwork with Raichu and Greninja. I would like to see an epic teamwork between the Grand Pokemon Master and also the main character that we all don't like, but somehow we will love him in the later on storyline for the Pokemon series. I would like to see an epic teamwork between these two, and also they're going to work with Raichu and Greninja. And the most surprising thing about Raichu is that Raichu does have a synchro evolution, and he's going to combine his powers with the Grand Pokemon Master Liam. And I worked so hard to make up an idea what Raichu's synchro evolution will look like. All I know is it's going to be electrifying. Big time. So I have nothing else to say for the number 4 spot. Coming at number 3 is Pikachu's Choice. We gotta end Pikachu's arc somehow in some way. I really, really want that little arrogant, spoiled brat to make up a choice. Does it want to stay as a Pikachu forever? Or just evolve into a Raichu? I really want to see Pikachu evolve into a Raichu so badly, so that way Ash can have a strong Pokemon in his team. If you know what I mean. So that deserves to be at number 3. Coming at number 2 is seeing all of Ash's Pokemon for the final time. It will be the most epic, beautiful thing of all. Of seeing all of Ash's Pokemon, all the Pokemon that he have ever caught in all the regions, plus a few new Pokemon that came from Sword and Shield. I want to see all of them in a full-fledged Pokemon battle. So we're at the near end. It'll be too hard for me to say all their names at once. But you already know which ones they are, right, ladies and dudes? If you guys watch all the episodes of the Pokémon series and get to know which Pokemon that he truly caught for the last 20-something years ago, I'll let you guys figure it out for yourselves. So yeah. Seeing Ash's Pokemon for the final time deserves to be at number 2. And my number 1 best, greatest idea ever for the Final Pokemon movie that I decided to make up is my most favorite part about a movie. The near ending. And it needs to be epic. Big time. All I could say about the near ending, it's going to be epic, it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be a full-fledged Pokemon battle between our heroes and the new villains that we don't know of. And I hope and pray that these villains will have a full-fledged big role in the story. And yes, ladies and dudes, I was thinking about something in my head that Ash will use his 4 Kanto Pokemon for the final time. And they will be fully evolved. I wish I could say more about the near ending, but I don't want to get too many things away about it. So, for the epic near ending, deserves to be the number 1 most greatest ideal ever for the final Pokemon movie. And that is it, ladies and dudes. Those are my top 5 most greatest ideas for scenes of the final Pokemon movie. So, what do you think of this list, ladies and dudes? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's pretty decent? And tell me, ladies and dudes, in your own idea for the final Pokemon movie, what type of scenes that you want to see for the last and final chapter for Ash, Misty, Brock, Pikachu, the dumb A-word Team Rocket, and the Grand Pokemon Master, Liam. You know, how to find a way to end up their arcs and try to make it better than before. Well, whichever it is, leave a comment there and let me know. And join me next time for more videos to come. And for more top 5 lists as well. I'm not sure when the heck I'm going to get back to top 10 lists. We'll wait and see what happens. So, that is it for now. I'll see you guys later, and sayonara.